Good afternoon, and pray you guys are being blessed on this Friday. And we're just looking forward to Sunday morning, where we are once again planning to be outside. It's going to be a hot day like we've had in the past, but we are doing the service a little earlier, as we've done last week at 9:30 a.m. To try to beat that heat. And we encourage you guys to join us. It's going to be a blessed service once again. And I just want to share with you guys these words the Lord's been speaking to me this week out of Genesis chapter 15, when the Lord made a covenant with Abraham. And as the Lord made a covenant with Abraham, Abraham easily would have doubted God's covenant, because God said, "You're going to be the father of many nations." And at the same time, Abraham's wife, Sarah, was barren. They couldn't have children. And God told him, "You're going to have children of your own." And when Abraham perhaps doubted exactly that, it says there in Genesis 15, the Lord brought him outside. And he said to him, "Look up." And I just want to remind us to look up. He didn't bring him outside specifically to say, "Hey, there's so many stars in the sky," but he used it as a great lesson. First, though, he said, "Look up." And when you look up, you gain great perspective. You see God, you see the power of God. And what he saw when he looked up was the power and glory and revelation of God, recognizing that if the God who created all things, the God who made the universe, who spoke the universe into existence, if that God is telling me that I'm going to have many descendants, then I can believe it. And that's something that we need to remember. The God who created all things, who spoke it all into creation, if he's speaking to us, then we can believe that it's going to happen, and we can look up. And then from there, he expands that promise, and he says, as you look up, you see the stars in the sky, and you see how vast and how many there are in number. You can't even begin to count. And that's how many your descendants, Abraham, will be. And so we can look at that promise and recognize that God keeps his promises, he fulfills his promises, and he does amazing things, because he's already made the entire universe and spoke it to be. So be blessed, be encouraged, and always remember to look up and see the power of God. God bless you guys. We'll see you Sunday, 9:30 a.m.